end off a busy year for the Johannesburg Stock Exchange. This was the listing of Clover, a farmers' cooperative for more than a century, which is now a listed company. On a different floor, on the same day, another listing, Platfields, a sign that following the economic meltdown of 2008, companies may be drifting back to market. A small market at that. Of the 26,334 South African companies registered at CIPRO, a mere 407 are listed on the JSE, a sign that South Africa is an underlisted economy. This year, there were 14 listings on the main board, 1 on the Africa board and 1 on the Altex. 7 companies transferred from the Altex to the main board, with 1 company going the other way. Another company transferred from the VCM to the main board. Equity analysts are encouraged and claim the current market is attracting companies.
Well, 2010 was a good year in terms of listings and delistings for the right reasons. You had the likes of Life Healthcare which listed, which was a very good boost to the market. You had a Royal Bafokeng Platinum that listed. So it definitely was a good year in terms of new companies coming to the market.
Some companies also delisted, indicating that it was not all positive for the JSE. Despite this, the JSE believes it has gained more than it has lost this year. Its strategy is not to chase numbers, but strong companies with significant market capitalization.
So we're net positive in terms of the listings. Challenge always is that we lost a company like Dimension Data, which is around 30 billion rand market cap off the market, which is never nice, but it's fantastic for that company to have been bought out by a company like NTT, so that's good for them. But we also listed companies like Life Healthcare and RB Plats, which are reasonable businesses. Optimum Coal is another one, reasonable multi-billion rand businesses listed on the JSE.
There was optimism about the performance of some companies that listed this year.
I think it's an exciting listing. I think that they operate in a very nice space at the moment, and water purification is something that's going to add or sort of generate quite a lot of interest going forward. So the fact that it's coming out of the Envela Group and you are going to start to see some core earnings coming out of these companies. You saw Life Healthcare come out of it. It looked very interesting, done very nicely. I like that business and I think it's nicely positioned to do well.
But it is not always plain sailing. One of the most talked about listings of the year was Momentum and Metropolitan, which created the third biggest life insurer, MMI. It disappointed after listing. However, the JSE believes that the rewards of listings are for the long term.
Listing is not about the day post the listing or the year of the listing. Listing is a long-term strategic commitment that a company makes. So it's not about the share price performance in the year in which they list.
The question for 2011, could it be a year of listings? There are certainly enough companies around and it appears the economy is picking up. 2011 could see many more South African companies blowing into market.